So we watched season 1 of The Mandalorian, or not season 1. Sorry,
Season 2,
season
episode
2,
1.
episode 1. Yes. Um, okay, I've been talking about season 1 this whole time because it's been the only thing out. We finally got season 2, episode 1, and a lot of things leaving you cliffhanging at the end. Like, oh, is that Boba Fett? Oh, what's gonna happen next? What's going on with the child? Like, what is happening? What have they been doing in the break? Is it like what so many questions?
So many questions. Even
Where are you
Parunga's
going,
got some
dude?
questions.
Oh, he's trying to get like a better look at the camera. See,
Oh, where you going, buddy?
oh, he giving you kisses, man. He's just
Come on. Hey, get up here. Get up on your spot.
yeah, guys. We got Parunga the bearded dragon. He's following us, and we're following him on Facebook. So definitely go check out his Facebook page. He's getting pretty famous.
He's gonna take over the world one day.
Yeah, day one, he got in the house. He's like, bro, I need to see your phone. I was like, what for? He's like, I gotta get me a Facebook. He wants an Instagram, but I told him, let's see how Facebook works out first, and then you can start making a bunch of accounts on my phone. Eventually, we'll have to get him a phone, but, I don't even know why he want a phone. He ain't got thumbs.
Well, that's because I manage everything for him. I manage all of his social media and everything. He tells me what he wants to post. I'm just like, all right.
He's having a stare down with Jason over here.
Oop. Well, we're gonna give you your microphone.
Yeah, he's got his own mic. It's not plugged in, Doug, but don't tell him. He'll get upset. Like, we had this whole 30-minute conversation, guys, where he was like, I want a microphone. I'm like, but you don't talk. To anybody but us, that is. But yeah, you're doing great, Parunga. Anyway.
I think it would be awesome if one day we actually do little skits where Parunga's actually talking.
He'll talk one day when he's ready.
When he's ready, yeah. So, speaking of The Mandalorian, and I guess any other TV that's coming out
Yeah.
this fall.
Yeah, let's get on some TV real quick. There's a lot going on.
Now, we already talked about The Mandalorian, but there's something new that I found out about earlier that Disney Plus is releasing. They are now doing a Star Wars Lego holiday special.
Oh, boy. Like
Yes.
a Christmas holiday special?
I would assume so, but I don't know if they're like gonna rehash the old Star Wars holiday special, but in Lego form.
Like that
If they're gonna
holiday
do Life
special,
Day.
that holiday special is like a myth to me. I've still not once ever seen the actual holiday special footage.
It's
I've heard it in heavy lore. It's like a myth at this point.
you're not missing much by not watching it.
I feel like as a fan though, I'd be doing myself a disservice not watching it.
Parunga's getting all
He's getting jump happy.
he's getting
wanting
jump
to-
happy.
He's getting antsy.
But anyways, not only is the Lego Star Wars holiday special coming out, but hey, later this month, the debut of the reboot or the new Animaniacs is coming out on Hulu later this month.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for that. It looks the exact same. They sound the same. Like it.
Yeah, it literally looks like it's going to be in the same spirit as the original. It's not like a reboot where we're totally changing everything, art style and all of that stuff. It looks like they're totally saying we're just bringing back the old school show.
Yep.
That's all this is. We're just bringing it back.
And it looks so crisp and good, and I'm like super stoked on it.
Now, the next thing is something that you're not as keen on, but I am because I've been a fan of the Arrowverse for quite a while. But
Yeah.
this season on Arrowverse is the first season without Arrow as one of the leading shows on there, because Arrow finished its final season last year. So now the Arrowverse doesn't have Arrow. Why is it still called the Arrowverse?
Who
Don't
knows?
know.
And I really want to get into it, but it's just having a pile of shows on your plate, and you're like, well, where do I start?
Especially it gets really overwhelming when all of those pile of shows that are connected together you're now like seasons and seasons behind on them. So now you got to catch up on them all, but you don't want to do it out of order or anything. So you kind of want to get
Exactly.
into a groove where you're like, well, I don't want to be like watching the wrong season of one while I'm watching a totally different season of the other, and then nothing's making sense to me.
Yeah,
And so it's kind of one of those things you need someone to put a roadmap out for you before you
definitely.
start.
Probably is one on the internet. And I'm trying to get back into a lot of older shows. I'm waiting for the next Stranger Things to drop. I'm waiting for, well, I just got back into watching American Horror Story again on Netflix, so I'm trying to catch back up with that.
We got Seamus.
Shameless.
Seamus.
Seamus.
Yeah. We
We
should try to get Seamus on the show.
Yeah, that would be awesome. The Celtic Warrior, man.
But
We'd have to do something about the lighting though. I mean, he's so white, he's gonna brighten up everything.
yeah, we'll have to like dim it down in here so that he doesn't appear so bright.
Yeah.
He shines like a star.
Do you think he'd be opposed to putting some bronzer on?
Good question.
Look here, if you're out there, just send us a message and let us know if you're opposed to putting bronzer on.
Yes,
Seamus,
Seamus.
we just want to know.
Definitely. Another show that's coming out this fall that I think we're both going to be pretty interested in is it's called Marvel's 616.
Yes, I've been seeing a lot of the advertising and everything for that. Looks really, really interesting.
So for those of you that don't know, Marvel's 616 is basically follows the journey of like I think it's like 7 filmmakers for the MCU. It was like 7 filmmakers or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be 9. It might be a different number. I don't know. But it's multiple filmmakers that have made films within the MCU, and I guess it's going to show how they were able to coincide with each other to get all of their stories to mesh together and all
Yep.
that. But anyways, it looks like a pretty interesting series that's going to be coming out. I really like looking into documentaries and behind the scenes stuff when it comes to movies and TV shows and things like that.
Yeah, and I really, especially with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I really want to see how all of that coincided because when you go back and watch all the movies in the chronological order they were intended to be watched, it really like they do such a great job of weaving this whole story together and connecting everybody into one story, and you're like, whoa. So I definitely would like to see more on that. And Peruma's just like doing his thing. We got to keep an eye on him. You know, he's very, very fast at times.
He's also young too, so he's very explorative.
Yep.
Another show that we've got that's actually on it. It's starting its 2nd season this year, and I didn't even know about it last year, and that would be Pennyworth. I'm kind of interested.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yeah.
I watched
you're
parts
telling
of
me.
Gotham. I
Yeah.
watched parts of Gotham, and this isn't really based in like the same universe or anything as Gotham. It's Alfred Pennyworth before he worked for the Waynes or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I didn't even know it existed. And now
Yeah.
it's going on to its 2nd season, and I'm interested.
Yeah, just told me about that earlier. I was pretty interested in it as well. Because, I mean, what do we really know about Alfred, before his time with the Waynes?
Not really a whole lot, other than we know that he worked for the British Royal
Yeah.
Army or whatever.
I know he was in the military, the British military. And I know that he's got extensive background in hand-to-hand combat training.
Yeah.
Some form. I'm not sure what kind. Maybe it'd be karate or jiu-jitsu or something. But he's definitely got a lot of hand-to-hand combat experience. And I know these are not necessarily canon, but in some of the movies, you see Alfred wielding a knife, and he seems like he's pretty comfortable with blades. Like
Yeah.
he's probably, and I'm sure it all goes back to him being in the British military. He learned all of these badass tricks. But yeah, that's definitely going to be cool to see. And to see young Alfred, because he's going to be younger in this, obviously. So to see a young Alfred would be very interesting in itself.
At some point, we're gonna have to definitely watch the 1st season and probably do like a review of it.
Oh yeah.
So we can let you guys know how we liked it.
Sorry
moving
guys, no
on.
caffeine.
Alice in Borderland.
Alice in Borderland.
If you haven't heard of it
If
yet,
this is about to be some Borderlands and Alice in Wonderland,
so Alice in Borderland is actually based on a manga series that was based on Alice in Wonderland, but it's like a retelling of the Alice in Wonderland story, but like in more of a Japanese style, right? And now they're making it into a Netflix movie.
Okay.
So, or I don't know if it's a movie or if it's a series. It looks like it was going to be a series, actually. So, but yeah, it's going to be on Netflix, and it looks really interesting. I'll have to show you the trailer for it later.
Yeah, definitely. And then, like I seen, let me look on my phone again, see if I still have it. I got a YouTube notification on another trailer. Oh yeah, a teaser trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Okay, that's going to be interesting. Now, we already know that Natalie Portman is going to actually
Be Thor.
She's going to wield the hammer in this movie.
Yeah, she's gonna be
So-
Thor.
That's going to be pretty cool.
And a lot of people are divided on this. I'm actually rooting for it. I think she would do great because she's a great actress. She's already has been implanted into the MCU, so she knows the lore and she knows kind of what Thor's character should be, and to just kind of put a feminine touch on it. Her own badass chick spin.
Right, and not only that, but they need to. They're still trying to prep the MCU for the future without all of these guys. Captain America's already gone out of the MCU. Iron Man's gone. Hulk is kind of dwindling down a little bit.
Yep.
Thor is obviously passing the reins.
Well, he's still gonna be Thor, but she'll be a Thor, and hey, I'm a Thor. She's a Thor. You're a Thor.
I don't know. We'll have to
We're
see how
all
the movie
Thors.
goes. But we can't be jumping all off onto the movie scene quite yet because there's one more show that's coming out.
WandaVision.
No, that's next year.
Oh yeah.
So we're not covering any shows that happen after December 31st of this year.
I just want WandaVision, man.
Sabrina.
Oh yeah, I really want Sabrina too.
Sabrina season 4.
I love this show so much.
Season premiere is on December 31st. The final day of the year. The final season of Sabrina.
The final season begins on the final day of this year.
Yep. And
It really stinks too that this is gonna be the final season.
there seem to be doing that with a lot of Netflix shows lately. They don't want to run them for too many seasons.
Yeah, they doesn't want it to stagnate.
So
and
I wouldn't doubt if
appreciate
Stranger
it.
Things ends up wrapping up in the next couple of seasons.
Well,
too.
Stranger Things, I already kind of had in like the back of my mind that it was gonna be a short run. They were gonna tell the story and let it be done so it didn't over stagnate.
Right. Well, it seems like they're trying to do that with a lot of the Netflix shows.
Yeah, which is kind of refreshing in a way because a lot of places are like, let's just keep getting the same thing out, keep shoving it down people's throats until they're sick of it, and then we'll find something else to move on to. And it's like, don't do that. Don't make me hate what I used to love.
Right. Well, and that's kind of the situation that a lot of the Arrowverse shows are in right now. The reason
Yeah.
why I kind of fell behind on a lot of those was they started getting stagnant. They started repeating the same storylines over and over again almost, it seemed like. And especially with The Flash. And The Flash just, we're just going to have The Flash reboot everything, Okay, now let's repeat everything all over again.
Yeah, basically.
So, it's refreshing that you see Netflix and Disney Plus and all of them. That's why I'm kind of thinking, like, where is The Mandalorian, or how far are they going to go with The Mandalorian,
The Mandalorian's different. The Mandalorian is its own beast. The Mandalorian has done something to Star Wars culture that has hadn't been done since, in my opinion, like the early days of Star Wars, the first 3 movies. That's how big The Mandalorian has gotten. I mean, before the first season had even got 3 episodes out, they were slinging Baby Yoda merch like crazy. And they are still slinging Baby Yoda merch. Baby Yoda is still like one of the biggest memes. It's been an entire year, and Baby Yoda is still holding on to the #1 meme. I still see 100 Baby Yoda memes scrolling through Facebook and Instagram. So, Baby Yoda and The Mandalorian, I think it is so big that it's going to stick around longer than like 4 or 5 seasons. I think The Mandalorian could stretch as far as maybe 8 to 12 seasons, maybe longer. It all depends on how well the writing's done and how well everything's done. But this is a story that can leave you, because there's so much Star Wars lore out there that's gone unanswered, that this show could answer a bunch of that and open a door for another show to help answer a bunch of other questions.
And if anything, I think that's what we're gonna see, is it's gonna open the door for another show. I don't think The Mandalorian's gonna last 12 seasons. I don't think it's gonna last more than 5 seasons. And the reason why is because the story itself regarding The Mandalorian and the mysticism surrounding him, the fact that there's only so much you can do with a man who doesn't remove his helmet. You know, now with Baby Yoda or the child, obviously there's going to have to be some sort of time jump and time skip. Eventually we're going to see him take the reins of his own series or something like that, but we'll see like a time jump after the Mandalorian. But I don't see them. I don't want them to run the Mandalorian into the ground, and I don't see them running the Mandalorian into the ground.
Do you think that Baby Yoda could, or the child, do you think that like this could be our answer to finding out more about the Yoda species?
Maybe, maybe not. I think part of the mysticism surrounding Yoda's species, like the mystery, I think there's a certain level of questions that once they're answered, Yoda's species isn't interesting anymore, or isn't as interesting anymore. Not like from my perspective. I'm just saying that from the broad audience perspective, right?
That could be true, but then again, I mean, so many people are asking for it. It almost seems like it has to happen now.
Right. I do believe that we might learn a few things. I don't think. Oh, excuse me. I don't think the species is going to get a name.
Yeah.
And I think that they're going to try to keep it that way. I think, if anything, we're going to be introduced mainly to just individual characters who are part of that species, just such as the child. I think that the child is not. I hope that the child doesn't become a Jedi.
I kind of do.
I hope, as it is, the child doesn't need to become a Jedi to use the Force. The child can already use the Force.
Yeah.
I think the child needs to become a Mandalorian and wear a helmet eventually.
I would like that, but at the same time, I mean, I would like to see them do something else. I don't know what I want. I just want them to make me happy.
It's never something that's never been done or seen before, like an uber Mandalorian that's short and then could possibly wield around a lightsaber. Who knows? But
I just want them to make me happy.